beautiful friends. Hello, Veronica here. I am so happy to be here with you live. It feels so good. So my heart is kind of like pattering and pittering and pitter-pattering right now, which means that I have something inspiring or something to say that maybe I'm uncomfortable sharing. I don't know. But something just made me turn this on, probably because it is Treasure Tuesday and I haven't posted a video yet. But I wanted to share with you guys. By the way, feel free to write in your name and where you're from. This is a total off-the-cuff video right here, right now. So I was just on Instagram and I noticed that somebody posted a comment about somebody who just, sorry, I'm trying to get situated over here. Somebody who just took her own life. And she was just basically posting praises about this person. And I got curious and went to this woman's Instagram page. I didn't know who she was. And she was this young, gorgeous, huge following on Instagram woman, and she just took her life. And it really struck me. Hello, Moon Magic. Yay! I love seeing your comments. It's so good to be here with you live. So I saw her, just it struck me basically because I personally in the past have been in that place of extreme despair, of not really knowing what the point of life was and really praying for death. That's how hard things got at one point on my journey. If you guys know my life and read the Diamond Process book, then you know this. And so as I was looking at this woman's page, I got really sad, because the grief that came up was just, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't. The thing that I wish I could share with everyone, and it's what I try to do through these videos, is that there is a secret to experiencing an incredibly pleasurable, inspiring, beautiful life. And it's not what we learn in movies. It's not what we expect. It's not what anyone has ever taught us. It should be taught in every school, I think. But basically, it's that, first of all, the thing I didn't know when I was in so much pain in my life is I didn't know that everyone goes through pain. Everyone goes through challenges, right? So oftentimes when we feel like life is super painful, we feel like we're the only ones going through it and like we should be ashamed of that pain or suffering that we're going through. And it's just not true. Every single human, the thing that nobody really talks about is that we all go through pain, right? It's just part of life. The second thing that people don't really tell us or teach us is that in order to experience the incredible levels of prosperity and pleasure and joy and peace in our lives, we have to find a way to actually embrace that pain, to actually feel our own pain, it's like going to bring tears to my eyes, because the most beautiful thing in the world is that it's like, oh my God, it's like that the most painful things that we go through. Hello, Jacqueline. I love you, girl. I'm just feeling it in this moment. It's like, the thing that most people and all of us, I just wish we all knew, I wish I knew back then, is that whatever pain it is that you may be going through or, in your life, when we learn how to actually walk towards that pain rather than run from it, which is really what suicide is. If you guys are just tuning in, I just learned that somebody young and beautiful and popular and incredibly talented just took her life, somebody I didn't know. And I just heard this news about somebody in my community 2 weeks ago as well, of the exact same story, just a different person. And it's freaking not okay it's just not okay. And it's just crazy, and yet I understand how it happens. So I'm making this video to share like a doorway into what I believe is a secret to life that isn't talked about enough. And it's that our actual pain, the things that we hate or dislike or are ashamed of in ourselves, are very mysteriously the doorways into our greatest levels of prosperity and pleasure and peace. And because we are so trained to pretend and like turn on the happy face and just do anything we can to come off as perfect, we miss the extraordinary, profound awakening that's available to us when we actually move towards our pain. So what I mean by that is, let's say, God, okay, this happens for me every single day. For a perfect example, today I felt pain, or fear. I felt more fear. Like a story popped into my head and I suddenly felt fear. In the past, that story would have driven me down on a passage of like extreme terror, probably a panic attack or something. I would have had so much anxiety getting lost in that story, and the story would have gone deeper and deeper and really would have grabbed hold of me, and I would have gotten lost in it. Instead, what I did was I whipped out my yoga mat, I laid it on the ground, I laid on my back, I placed one hand on my heart, the other hand on my belly. I took a deep breath and I said, V, what's going on right now? What's coming up for you? And inside there was like a shake, there was a fear, there was a tremble. And I breathed into it and I stayed present with it. This is all part of the diamond process. This Shabib works, you guys. And I stayed present with it, and there, like this deep connection, instead of fear, what started to awaken was this deep connection, a connection to who I truly am. And this, it's hard to put words on it, but this awareness, or this expansive, incredibly unconditional, compassionate, loving mother of sorts, or consciousness, that just wrapped my whole being with a love that is beyond understanding. And had I not moved towards my pain or towards the fear, I would have missed that expansion, that explosion of love that happened inside of me, because I was willing to stop instead of run and move towards what I was feeling. Instead of thinking about it or getting lost in the story, coming into the sensations and the feelings in the body. So the bottom line is, and if you're ever going through trauma or suffering or pain, and you desperately want to get to pleasure, which is what most people, it's just wired in our brains to do that. It's not a bad or good thing. It just is what it is as human beings. But really, running from pain doesn't work. It just creates a splintering off from who we truly are, which creates more suffering. Timmy's saying, I did this exact thing today. I don't know about the connection part, but I meditated and let the thoughts move through. Beautiful. Yes. Hi, Carmen. Exactly. Oh, see, that's so powerful. And thank you for sharing from a man, like to hear a male's perspective. And that's really what you just shared is the more masculine approach. It's like in yoga, that would be Shiva, right? Just pure consciousness without any story or feeling, really. It's just kind of witnessing the thoughts move by. Powerful. And if you're a more sensory person, you can use it this way. And just when you place your hands on your body scientifically, literally your cortisol levels drop, they go down. The stress hormone in the body goes down just by physically touching your own body, putting your warm hands on your heart or your belly or something like that. So again, when we run from pain, we're actually running from pleasure, I suppose you can say. And I don't mean fleeting pleasure. I'm talking about deep, lasting fulfillment that never leaves. It's always within. So when we run from pain, we miss that awakening, we miss that attunement and that connection to who we truly are. And that incredible bliss, or what the yogis call ananda, the bliss that is, it's who we are, it's our nature, it's inside. It's not something we add on to ourselves. It's just something that flowers as we let go of running and we come into the present moment as fully as we can. The only reason we ever leave the present moment, and the only thing that keeps us lost in crazy thinking, is that we don't want to feel our pain. And when we can just, with this video, if there's just one nugget to take with you, anytime pain comes up or anytime fear comes up or some feeling you don't want to feel, imagine a doorway has just opened. It's like this golden doorway and it's right in front of you. And behind it is your true nature. Behind it is the only thing that will ever fulfill you in a lasting way. And when you stay present with what you feel by simply taking a breath, connecting with your body, asking yourself where you feel what you're feeling in your body, and just breathe into it, be with it, whisper to yourself, I'm here, I'm not leaving, I'm here, I'm present with you. Just listen and come into that present space. That doorway, that golden doorway, will open and reveal to you the diamonds, reveal to you who you truly are. So rather than pain looking like a holy shabib, run and run fast sign, right? Let it appear now. See it as a gold, like scrape off that sign. Look deeper than what that said. Look deeper, like clear off that sign. Run fast. Look beyond it and you'll see gold. It's a golden doorway that just opens, and that's the gateway. So to summarize this video in one sentence, it's something I wish I knew. I wish I knew many, many years ago. And I wish anyone who's ever tried to take their own life, or anyone who's suffering, and maybe that someone is you who's suffering right now, I wish we all could just know this, and it's why I make these videos. It's that when challenges come our way, they're not punishments. It's not saying that you're doing life wrong. It's not saying that there's something wrong with you. It's actually part of life, and that continues even when, you evolve and grow into a greater version of yourself. Even when you have an incredibly beautiful life, the challenges still come. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It's simply a gateway and a doorway, just like anything else is, to take a breath, stop for a moment, and befriend yourself in a way that will reveal who you truly are. An unconditional, radical acceptance that reveals who you truly are. I love you guys. And just to wrap up this video, feel free, if you have any questions, by the way, to type them in here. But let's just take a few breaths together. And exhale it out. Deep, deep, deep inhalation in. And exhale it out. Good, and one more just like that. Inhaling deeply in. And exhaling out. Whew. Yes. Oh, you know what? I can't see your questions on here. I just realized that. Oh my God. I'm going to look on my other device to see if maybe you guys might have questions. I don't know. They don't pop up on my phone for some strange reason. Also, while I'm doing this, I wanted to let you guys know that the Diamond Process Retreat is happening a week from Wednesday here in Ojai, California. Holy cow. I'm so freaking excited. We have 2 spaces left in this moment, possibly just one, because someone just sent me a note who is probably going to be registering. Let me just see if I can find... if you guys have comments here, but just go to my website if you feel like dropping in with me and Jason for 4 days and an extraordinary group of people who are flying in from different parts of the world. And come and join us. Aw, Lisa's here. Awesome. Hi, beautiful. Okay, I don't see how to get the comments here. I don't know. You guys, I just don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Moon Magic is saying, thank you for talking on this. I'm quitting smoking and fear slips in. Yeah. First of all, I celebrate you. I'm like deeply, deeply, deeply supporting you and sending light your way as you quit smoking, because I know how challenging it is. I'm actually working with a client right now who's been quitting cigarettes, and as that fear is coming up, it's so powerful, right? Because the reason the smoking is happening is to avoid the fear, right? So that's why the fear is coming in. Or if we have food addiction or sex addiction or any kind of addiction, it's really an escape from pain. So I think this work, more than anything, is going to be so, so important on any journey of recovery or getting over some kind of addiction, is to really sit with whatever comes up and love yourself like it's nobody's business. Like really, just fill yourself with so much love. Yeah, oh my goodness, I'm sending you a lot of light on your journey. And just know that you are deeply loved. Awesome. Okay, you guys, I'm sending you all my love. I'm going to end this video here. And yes, I know I haven't been on the Treasure Tuesdays track very consistently. We're just wrapping up the main portion of the coach training program, and I've been engrossed in that. So I'm going to be back on Tuesdays much more regularly again in the coming weeks after the retreat. Yes, all my love to you guys. Lotus Love is saying, I'm struggling with diet food, trying to be grain-free, trying to be more healthy. It's so hard. Yes, and that's the same thing, right? The same as the cigarettes. It's definitely challenging. However, yeah, the thing that's coming up is to suggest that to have support, to have somebody, a friend who does it with you, or have a coach, or have somebody guide you through the process, because it's so important to be held accountable through it. Yeah, and I am going to be making a video on food because I get that question so much. So I will be making a separate video on that. Yeah, it's really interesting, you guys. I'm just noticing these comments coming in. I'm struggling with anxiety today. I'm struggling with diet and food. I'm struggling with fear coming up in response to cigarettes. It's all the same story, right? It's like what we don't want to feel when it comes up. What do we do? What do we do when that comes up? And how do we stop struggling? There's no other way other than fully embracing what is in the present moment. Truly, just whatever one is feeling, whatever you're feeling, and to simply give yourself so much love in this very moment. Give yourself so much love. So my question to you is, how can you love yourself in this moment as deeply as possible? Like really, if you tune in and ask yourself, what does my body need? What does my heart need? What is that one thing you can give yourself that will Yeah, wow. For me, what's coming up is silence. All this feels like a lot of words right now. It's the only thing I have found that has worked for me, is to just come into the present moment as much as possible. So let's just wrap up with silence here. Taking a few deep breaths. And as you inhale in, letting your body receive vitality. And on the exhale, letting your body release whatever is no longer serving you. And as you inhale deeply in, receiving peace. And as you exhale out, releasing any and all anxiety, just letting it drift through. As you inhale in, breathing in lasting fulfillment. And as you exhale out, releasing and letting go of any passing, fleeting cravings that don't serve you. As you inhale in, letting your body relax deeply. And as you exhale out, letting your body relax even more deeply. One more deep, deep breath, breathing the essence of love into every single cell of your body. And as you exhale out, letting that love shine through from your entire body, radiating out into your environment and allowing the path in front of you to illuminate and to become easier and easier, more graceful, more effortless in making choices for you that support your body, mind, and soul at the deepest level possible. I'm sending tremendous light to you and to the path ahead for you today and through this week. I love you guys, and if you extracted some value from this, I invite you to give this video a thumbs up and give yourself a moment of acknowledgement. You're here and you're receiving goodness. You're making good choices for you. And I send you all my love. All right, you guys, thanks for being here live with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.